everybody that was on the beach. He's
Project
like, do you know how many
Northwood.
hardened? No, that was different. Operation Northwoods was the where they were going to arm Cuban friendlies and attack Guantanamo.
Well, that was all
Bay.
part of how to pull Cuba into war.
Right. So, but the Bay of Pigs thing in specific, those guys had a plan based on air support, and then they didn't get that air support, and a bunch of people died that shouldn't have died. It's like those are the types of people you could have gotten to kill Kennedy.
Yep.
What do you got for us, Jamie? You played some
more video of that.
They look better in the other videos?
No. I was looking to see if there was. They did land two things at the same time. But whatever that was, it's clearly not supposed to be a video of the live landing. There's no way.
Looked like it to me.
No,
Looked like they were and the guy standing up and he's like, I just did that.
Brother,
It's not,
looks so
it's not
fake.
even supposed to, I don't think that's what it's supposed to be. It's like a description to show them, like, instead of just looking at numbers.
Oh, so they don't have actual video of it,
yeah,
which
you'd have
makes
to have
more
a
sense.
live camera with it. That's
Right.
like a third thing now.
Which
you gotta
is-
bring up there.
Yeah. Well, the moon landing from the 60s when it did it, you only saw it from inside the lunar module, that beautiful aluminum foil craft.
Yeah. With a golf cart that's like almost twice his size.
How'd they get that golf cart,
Yeah.
that thing? And how'd you get enough power to get off the Earth, or get off the moon, rather?
Yeah, and there was
How'd you get that camera to pan perfectly and catch it? And how'd you get the signal of the video footage from that camera and send it up into space in 1969? And how'd you talk to Nixon on the phone from space?
It's on a landline.
How are you calling Nixon from fucking space? Stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: oligarchies help oligarchies, so they're all in on it.
Well, I bet they're all in on a lot of shit, which is good because that's what keeps us from going to World War III for real, for real.
So, so recently we're being told there's this giant AI race with China. Okay,
You don't believe it?
and they want to pass a law. No, I don't believe it. And I'll tell you why.
I like you pointed a finger.
Yeah,
You're
I'm very
definitive.
serious. I
Very
pointed
serious.
at the sign, but the point is, so they tell us there's this giant race with AI, and if we allow China to just get a fraction ahead of us, it's over. So to the point where they pass a law where you cannot, no state can pass any laws that get in the way of technology with AI, and everyone's really upset about because 10 years of AI is an insane amount of time. So who knows what will happen with it. So we're being sold that we're in this AI race with China. Well, just about a month ago, we sent China a bunch of AI superconductors. And I go, hold on. We're like in a race with these guys and we're sending them superconductors?
Who is we? And
The
what
United States government.
So what did they send?
They sent a bunch of, will you look this up, superconductors or something like that, to the people we're supposedly in a race. And it reminds me of when I was a kid.
I'm going to need to know specifics. of
Okay,
that story.
that's why Jamie's here. I'm just
Reminds you of when you were a child?
when I was a kid and we were in the Cold War with Russia and we were in a nuclear arms race. I remember being a kid and seeing on the news that we were sending aid to Russia. And I always go, why are we sending aid to these people if we're in a Cold War with them? And then I realized because Russia was never going to be able to keep up with us. That was just used as a smokescreen to get us to be, hey man, spend all the money you need to build all these weapons because we have to be in the lead.
How about when we were paying off the Taliban?
20 mil what a week, dude?
First of all, how many people are even in the Taliban, and how many more are they recruiting because they're making $20 million a week?
I remember when Joe Biden pulled out of Afghanistan, I was like, oh, dude, great. He ended, and I wasn't a Biden fan, but when somebody does something you like, you got to kind of give them their props. And then he's like, yeah, and we're leaving all the weapons there.
But
Have you ever seen the video of the plane leaving? You want to
Yes.
look at
Yeah.
something that's
it's
just a
horrific.
complete joke.
Well, people were falling off of it. They were trying to hang on to the wheels.
No, watch when it's coming out on the runway. It looks really weird to me.
You think the plane's fake?
It's got painted windows.
Okay.
And people are running along. It's the weirdest video I've ever seen. It makes no sense. There's a 911 on it or a 119 on it. It's a very weird.
Right, but it did happen. Like people did take off in the last planes, and people did.
I'm
try
not
to
saying
hang
that
on,
didn't happen, but I'm
splattered on
saying
the
that
runway.
video is super weird.
Sometimes video just looks like shit.
Have you ever seen an Anne Heche crash? Have you ever seen that video?
No,
Yeah,
well,
this
it's
is
one
it.
thing at a time.
Look at that.
One thing at a time. Okay, well, this is a cargo plane, right? So it's an enormous plane.
Looks
And it doesn't have any windows. So there's that.
well. The windows at the top, at the black ones.
Well, that's for the pilots, bro. But the rest of the rest of the plane is all solid.
looks
So it's a cargo.
weird
No,
to
it looks
me.
like a giant cargo ship. And these people are trying to climb in. Like, look at this, man. They're trying to get inside that cargo ship. That is nuts, man. And the thing is moving along on the ground.
You can see through these windows.
Yeah, you can see. That's a regular cargo ship, brother. That's a giant military cargo ship.
That looks weird.
But this weird how these guys are like laughing and cheering.
Yes, it just looks weird to me.
But like the whole thing was crazy. First of all, they felt like they
There's that
defeated
article.
America and sent them home. You know, so there was that, and then there was the fact that we left behind all kinds of crazy shit: Black Hawk helicopters, tanks, and then they do parades where they parade down the street with all of our shit.
Yeah. I mean, you get into Afghanistan. It's the same reason we went into Vietnam, which was the pop. Yep. Nobody knows that about Vietnam. Everyone thinks it's about stopping communism. If you watch the Fog of War,
Right.
he says like they were never gonna. Vietnam hated China. They were never gonna work together. But you sell it as we gotta stop communism. Now you go in and you get all the poppy fields, the Golden Triangle.
Well, the most transparent of that was when Fox News had Geraldo Rivera talking to one of the generals on the ground.
Yeah.
And was like, sir, one of the military leaders, I don't know if it was a general, why do you have military people guarding the heroin fields? It's like, well, we need to get the trust of the farmers, keep them on our side against terror events. They're like literally like fucking U.S. armed soldiers guarding drugs. And then the production goes through the roof.
Yep.
And it becomes like 94% of the world's heroin is produced in.
Or where we go in Iraq, and the first things we go to are the museums,
Oh, well.
and we're grabbing artifacts.
Had some Anunnaki shit in there that we needed to
Who knows what's in the
Some
Vatican,
Stargate
dude.
type shit.
100%. They think that's the weapon of mass destruction they were talking about. Was the Stargate in Iraq?
That was a weapon of mass. I thought it was a gate. I thought it was a gateway. Go to
Well,
another dimension.
that's what they're talking about.
Well,
But
that
they
would-
want control.
That would be the weapon of mass destruction. You go into the future, get some awesome weapons, come back, fuck everybody up. Like everybody watching a movie about like the Revolutionary War, they're all running around in muskets. You just imagine, bro, imagine just storming in there with a tank, just fucking everybody. They don't even know what a tank is.
Yeah.
Just
They're just doing the
helicopters,
marching forward.
shooting them out of helicopters like pigs. Dut, 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 dut. You know, that's what you think of when you think of like modern weaponry. Now imagine applying that times 1,000 years, getting that modern weaponry, bringing it back to this timeline. Do you think that you can travel back and forth through timelines, or do you think once you travel once, you're stuck there?
It's
Like, what if you travel back to a time where there's no time machine? You might be fucked.
Yeah. Or it's like, you see movies about this all the time where you're like, you got to go exactly to the place. You got to get it
Yeah.
right, or you go to a dimension you don't even know what it is.
What was that article you just pulled up, Jamie? Iraqi Stargate Conspiracy, a modern perspective on an ancient mystery. Look at that building. Bro, what were they doing? 4,100-year-old massive tiered shrine lined with giant staircases. How weird, man.
Dude, our timeline is way more interesting than anyone even understands.
It really is. It really is when you get into ancient history.
Yeah.
It's so strange, especially when you read their stories and, like all the Anunnaki, Nephilim stuff, and then you see the buildings they were creating. Like, what
Or
is
the
going
doors
on
that are
back
so huge, or the steps that are too big for people to go up.
Put it back up, Jane. It says, mysterious military bases near ancient sites. U.S. established military zones near ancient Mesopotamian ruins,
Yeah.
such as Ur, how do you say that? Nineveh and Babylon. Some speculate this was to prevent independent researchers from accessing the sites.
Control the information.
The alleged time warp incident. Some claim that strange time anomalies and electromagnetic disturbances were reported by soldiers in Iraq, further supporting the idea of an active portal or advanced technology buried underground. Is there any scientific basis for a Stargate in Iraq? How could there be? Lack of physical evidence, no concrete proof. Well, you don't have access. Mythological misinterpretations. Sumerian texts describe the Anunnaki as deities, but scholars believe these are mythological representations rather than historical accounts of extraterrestrial beings. Okay, but that's just someone's opinion. And scholars are notoriously poopy pants when it comes. Stop scrolling, please. Notoriously poopy pants when it comes.
New data comes out.
Yeah, they don't like to change their opinions on shit. No confirmed technology retrieval, despite years of military presence in Iraq. No official reports have suggested that any of the advanced technology was discovered. But if it was, where would it go? Defense contractors, right? The same thing is like the UFOs. Like if they really did have a crashed UFO, and I'm in the middle of a great book, Richard Dolan has a let me find the name of this so I don't fuck it up. It is UFOs for the 21st century mind. Why can't I fucking talk today? But there's a lot of stuff in there that I had never considered before. And one of them, when they were talking about the crashed UFOs, they did a bunch of like high altitude explosions of nuclear bombs in the 1950s. They like just shot them up 150 miles into the sky and then blew them up. They did it a bunch of times. Like, you could have easily fucked up a UFO if they didn't know you were doing that. If they had no reason to believe and they're just hovering there watching Earth, and then all of a sudden, boom.
It's interesting to me because you remember when we had the balloon? What is this?
What is this, Jim?
These are CIA reports. I don't know how accurate they are, but it's a report nonetheless. Creation date 2016, document release date is 98. Read the first paragraph. I think if you can.
Oh, it's hard to read. It's weird. Where should I read it from?
The third line, weather be a problem. Hold on, it said something about military.
Whether
strike.
rainstorms will be a problem in the southern area in 3 to 5 days. Some heavy equipment movement is anticipated in near term in Kuwait within 1 to 3 days. Iraq will launch missiles into Saudi Arabia areas.
Yeah, keep going.
Frontline troops will not advance. Future potential strikes may occur in areas B. Where?
Iraq Army will have 2 special weapons, some type of, quote, interference device that causes electronic and mechanical movements to, quote, freeze up. Some type of energetic beam type of device that may be located in the sand area. See figure 1.
Whoa.
Preemptive action is not anticipated until February 91. Surprise attack may occur at any time from Kuwait. Whatever energetic beam under the sand, that's where I was. See, like, activity in the vicinity of Mecca. It's just like, this is a strange. These documents pop up in the UFO world all the time. That's why I was like.
Is this a legit document?
Again.
Yeah, who knows, right?
Yeah. Freedom. This is a FOIA document. It says it comes from the Stargate collection. So.
It's such an interesting.
Also, if I had a print in paper some shit that's like super top secret that no one's supposed to know that we have, I would say Iraq has it, so we could use it on them.
Yeah, blame him.
And say, oh yeah, Iraq had some beam weapon.
Yeah.
That was it, and it was destroyed. We destroyed it.
Especially if you're putting in a paper where you know people could read it later on because of the FOIA request.
Well, they probably didn't anticipate that, right? But then on top of that, it's like, I mean, they overestimated the Iraq army's capabilities as it is, right? Like, that was one of the things about it. Is like they were always saying, like, Hicks had a joke about it. It's the 4th largest army in the world. He's like, yeah, well, after the first 2, there's a real big drop off.
Yeah, for
He
sure.
goes, Salvation Army's number 3.
yeah. I loved him, man.
But that was a great joke about that because, like, that was a cakewalk. That first Iraq war, it was just they went in, fucked everything up. The war was over really quick. So, I mean, imagine how disgusting a human being you'd have to be to invade another country, find secrets that changes the way human beings would view our history.
Yeah.
And the history of technology that has existed here, like, completely remaps the entire landscape.
Reimagines
and you're
everything.
going to hide it.
Yeah, well, that's the whole Vatican library.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, what's in there?
Right, what's in there?
I want to know what's in there,
Have
dude.
you seen that Tibetan one?
No.
Oh, it's crazy. There's this ancient Tibetan library, and there's this video of this guy walking past these texts. These are fucking thousands of years old, these texts. And they're all in these bound books on these shelves that nobody's touching. See if you can find the
Why
video of
hasn't
that
anyone
guy
read
walking
them?
by that.
What's in there?
Well, what about the Library of Alexandria, which all the secrets of Egypt were in there? All the probably depictions of how they built the pyramids, who did it, when it happened,
Erasing our
or whether or
history.
not they found them already built. That's a real possibility. Claim of 10,000-year-old Tibet library find not worth paper it's written on. But there is some sort of a Tibet library. I'm not saying it's 10,000 years old, but I think it's 1,000 years old. It was just there was a library of these ancient books like this.
Look at
Is
that.
that real? Is that bullshit?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
That's what it says.
Oh, okay. That's not exactly the one that I saw, but it was just like that. But it wasn't.
The AI probably took that photo and animated it. Now that's been going around a lot over the last
Oh
2
no,
weeks.
no, yeah. But this is like at least a year ago, what I had seen. But it might have been bullshit then. It might have been a different kind of bullshit, not AI. AI bullshit's going to make everything impossible.
Have you ever heard that most wars are about erasing history? Like
Most of them?
a lot of wars are about erasing our history, going in there, destroying areas that have like a connection to the past. And that's a big part of World War II, was just destroy all this old history so nobody learns about it and knock it all down and rebuild it.
Here is a video of 40,000 volumes.
Okay.
Scriptures, but I don't know what they are.
I think this
That
is
is
exactly the
crazy.
video that I saw.
That's so crazy.
Okay, so this is a Tibetan Buddhist library. And does it say how old those things are? They're pretty amazing, though. But it's just kind of freaky to think that you're even reading a piece of paper that was handwritten by someone 1,000 years ago. And you open it up. What's that,
How
Jamie?
long that thing goes.
Oh, it's bananas.
What is it, 10,000 books, they
Imagine
say?
if they decipher it and it's all porn. it's all
And
just
then
like
she took on 5 guys.
it's all just like 50 Shades of Grey, written over and over and over again.
Yeah. It's crazy out there, man. What's going on in the world right now is nuts, and it's just like, I think I think what's going on in Gaza is crazy. I think it prophesized that. So I wanted to tell you about this. So I have about 8 guys from high school that I'm on a text thread all the time. We talk all the time. It's kind of where I got my ability to kill hecklers, because we just shit talked each other forever. Like, we stopped fighting at one age and we just started annihilating each other. So then it's just like natural to me. Like, what's trauma as a kid sometimes becomes your strength as an adult. So I got really good at that. Every time I fly home, they just light me up. It feels